Hello, my lovelies. We are just about to go into the studio. The programme that's on before us is just finishing. Here's Paul. Is just putting something on social media, are you?
I'm just getting ready to go to the studio. See the on-air sign?
On air.
We'll be in there in a minute.
We'll be in there in a minute. And Winky's here. Say hi, Winky. So Winky's here. He is going to put the camera up, so he won't actually be on the video, but you'll be able to watch us in the studio.
So we've got about...
Yeah, you could do.
We've just got about 1 minute, 60 seconds until the news, and then during the news, the film programme will come out, and we'll go in.
Yeah,
And then
we've
we'll
got
start.
our lights, so it's not too dark. So, exciting stuff!
Yeah.
So I won't be able to say hello to you until... Yeah,
For a
we've
couple
got
of minutes. Well, you can say hello to...
18 people are on.
You can,
Hi, yeah,
for a
we've
couple
got
of minutes. Well, you can say hello to...
18 people are on.
You can-
Hi, Sheila.
You'll be able to say hello to everyone, but then it'll, after a couple of minutes, it'll be
Hello.
special
Hi, Mary
video people.
Jane. Okay, special video people. Special video people. I know, it's so exciting, Teresa, isn't it amazing? This is where we are.
Hi, Wycombe. This is in the south of England, just to the west of London. And Sue lives over here.
There's Beaconsfield.
Sue lives in here, Sergey.
I live there.
HP9.
And this is the motorway going up to Oxford.
That's the River Thames.
Where the big uni
Oh.
is.
That's the River Thames.
Now, hold on, the River Thames is down here. What is it? There. There's
Oh my
the River
gosh,
Thames.
It's tiny. It's tiny until it gets to London.
That's
and
the
it's
River
bigger.
Thames. Yeah.
So- Thank you, Kate. Hi, Susan.
If I take...
Right, Wink's going to take the camera now.
Another triumph!
Here we go. Face the camera around. So, you want me on the blue mic?
Blue mic, please, yes. Now, I have to remember you're on the blue mic because usually people are on the yellow mic.
Okay. That's so that you get the film in.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's a perfectly good idea. No, you'll have to adjust this a
Oh,
bit.
that's going to fall off there. That'll be bad.
No, not be good. No.
You'll just have to bear with me for a minute.
Blue mic.
How do I get this in without turning the thing off? Can you hold the little clip up? So I can get it in.
Let me just quickly,
Because I don't want to press a button and turn it off.
leave it to me.
If I hold it up.
No.
Right,
And
how's
that's-
that looking? Is that getting the right bit? You go and sit down.
Need to angle it to sit down. Do I need to test the mic? Lift it up or anything?
Say again?
Do I need to lift this up?
A little bit, yeah. Just lift the whole arm. Okay, no, leave that. That'll do. And then if I go like this, it means go further away. And if I go like that, go closer. Hold on until we start.
Sibilance. Sibilance. Sibilance.
Check 1, 2.
Okay, we're about to go. Just coming to the end of the news.
Can we turn these up?
Opening music coming.
Turn the lights on.
You're listening to Wycombe Sound, online, on Radio and on 106.6 FM.
Welcome to an hour of VIP chat and music with me, Paul Waters, on the mighty Wycombe Sound, 106.6 FM and online. Thanks to the movie moguls for the past hour. My VIP guest is YouTube star and wellness coach Sue Verhoeven from Sear Green. And this is the tale of 3 stages of very unexpected growth. Stage 1, a giant cyst grew on Sue's back. The NHS didn't sort it out, she shared it online. Stage 2, the numbers of people watching her YouTube videos about this cyst also grew to hundreds, thousands, tens and hundreds of thousands, and then millions, which is when stage 3 happened. More and more people, especially in America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, who Sue didn't know and had never met, began to raise money to fly her to Texas for treatment. Now she's back and here to tell the tale. Welcome, Sue.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm very well. Tell us about the cyst. How painful was it? When did it start?
It started right at the end of July, and initially it was just a little bit irritating. And then it grew really from the size of an olive to the size of a mango.
It was like, looking at it, it was like the Mountain of Doom, Mount Doom in Mordor in the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Mount Kinabalu. It was, very big. When it was small, we affectionately called it my Stegosaurus back. But yes, it was incredibly sore, very red, very bruised, and very infected.
Okay, got a couple of questions, immediate questions to kick off with. Rhonda Randall, who's one of your lovelies, I'm not sure where Rhonda is, but she's asking, ask Sue, what made you decide to video and show the first procedure on YouTube? And a similar kind of question from Andy Ailiff, who's local to here. You know, why did you choose to share the experience?
Right, well, I had just come back from one of the healthiest things I've ever done, which was a fruitarian festival. And this cyst came up on my back, so I was feeling a bit weird about it. So I decided just to come clean and tell some of my friends on Facebook that I had this cyst, but I couldn't show them because it was on my back. And then after it started to grow, and it got kind of really, really big, I took a set of photographs and I put them on Facebook, and I said, this is what it's like now, going off to get some more antibiotics for it. And off we went to get the antibiotics. When we came back, there were about 75 comments from my friends on Facebook going, for goodness sake, Sue, go to A&E, go get it sorted, and lots of kind of fear, uncertainty and dread was certainly instilled into me.
But I think the question is really, it's a private thing for most people. Why share what for most people would be a private thing?
I just think I'm an open person, and
Clearly.
I think a lot of social media is all glossy pictures and all look at me with my pina colada in this beach and I'm all perfect and these are all my wonderful children doing this, and I think sometimes everything doesn't go smoothly, and I had expected to be in the best health in my life, but in fact the detox of the healthiest thing I've done in my life, where I was very fit and I was in a good place, had actually brought this to a head.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to hear some more, sometimes gory details after some music, but we also want to hear from you, dear listeners, and tonight also, dear viewers of our live YouTube streaming, I should say, screening and streaming. We want to hear your questions and your comments for Sue. You can email studio@wycombesound.org.uk, and some of you have done already, or tweet me @paulwaters99. And in honour of your cyst, Sue, this is the Eurythmics with Aretha Franklin. Sisters are doing it for themselves, which is appropriate on so many levels. Okay.
You need to say why you put it on, because you didn't want to put it on Facebook. That's why you put it on.
I know, but he
Yeah.
asked
Now
me.
remember,
I didn't
you're
get a
still
chance
live
to-
on this.
I didn't get a chance to finish that for your
Okay.
radio listeners. A lot of people said, "Oh, I want to pop it. Is that awful? Please put a video up of it." And
Well, we'll come to that. We'll come to
Yeah.
that.
So that's basically.
So at the minute, so this is playing. So you're out. So if you want to say hello to any of these guys,
Hello.
and I'll give you a shout when.
Unfortunately, I can't get onto the internet on my iPad, so I can't see. Who's
Sherry
on.
V is saying hello.
that?
Becky Adams.
Yay, Becky!
Debs.
Debs!
Hello.
Deb, sweetheart.
Cor Smith. Hi, Sue.
Hi, Paul.
Cool. Is Susan Myers.
Hi, Susan.
Deborah Barlow.
Yay!
Snow White. All Snow White's on.
Snow White, baby.
Becky Adams.
Hi, Becky.
Alina Dole. Mary Jane Higgins.
Yay, Mary Jane.
Mrs. Munchkin.
Mrs. Munchkin.
Hi from Big of Texas.
Yay.
Teresa Drennan
Hi, Teresa.
from the
Thanks
United
for messaging
States, from
earlier.
Iowa. Luxembourg.
Yay! Welcome, Luxembourg.
Susan says you look fabulous. Susan
Thank
Myers.
you.
Deborah Barlow, what kind of festival was it?
It was fruitarian, raw fruitarian festival.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to come out of this very soon.
Okay, I'm gonna have a little slurp.
I left my water out there. Could I quietly go and get my water?
Okay. Okay, that Sisters Are Doing It For Themselves from the Eurythmics and Aretha Franklin. YouTube star and wellness coach Sue Verhoeven from Sear Green is here. Now, I should just do some explaining for listeners and viewers because the viewers know more than the listeners at this stage. So tonight, first of all, transparency. It's not the first time we've met. We've known each other for a long time, you and me, Sue. And secondly, this show is being live streamed on YouTube to accommodate your fans around the world who are part of this story, as you call them, your lovelies. And so they're watching on video, but the people watching on video won't hear most of the music for copyright reasons, so that YouTube will be happy with this. But they might see us, or me, I suppose, reacting to it in my headphones. When the music is playing, Sue can talk exclusively to the people watching on video. The people listening on the radio and online through the radio station will hear the music, and you can also go to the YouTube stream if you want. Tell us what the YouTube stream is.
YouTube, it's just my name, which is Sue, S-U, and then Verhoeven, V-E-R-H-O-E-V-E-N. And you can click on it'll have a little live box on the YouTube stream, and you just click on and listen and watch.
Okay, you'll see Sue, and you'll see my ear maybe, or the back of my head. You were telling us about stuff going online, and you had something else to say about that before I interrupted you.
Yes, I did. So I said that I would put the video up, and some of my friends said, "Oh, please do not put that up. That would be disgusting. I do not want to see this on my Facebook feed." And then I thought, I kind of felt like a little bit torn, because the people that wanted to see it, I wanted to give them what they wanted, but I didn't want to upset everybody else. And my husband, Wink, said, "Well, why don't you just upload it to YouTube?" And I went, "Well, I don't even know how to use YouTube." And he said, "Well, it's easy, I'll show you. So and then you could just put a link in Facebook." So that's exactly what we did, and we put that very first video that you mentioned up, and literally within minutes there were just comments and comments, and initially I deleted them all panicked and deleted them, and then it just,
So this all really happened by accident?
Oh, totally by accident. I was
Well,
expecting
number one,
about,
the cyst, and number two, the reaction.
yeah, I expected about 10 friends to go on and do, I called them rubberneckers on my Facebook. "Oh, you rubberneckers, here's a video for you." But then it very quickly became just like hundreds of comments, thousands of views. I think we had about 500 or 600 subscribers in the first day.
Okay, well,
A few hours actually.
let me put a few more questions to you that have come in, and
Okay.
comments. So this is from Kathy Shaw in Pennsylvania. Actually, she's in Mexico on holiday. She says, "I don't have any questions for Sue, but I was with her every step of the way, every one of those 60 days of that horrible cyst, until we got her here to the USA to get her sorted. She is most awesome." Questions about your treatment. Andy, why was the treatment in the UK unsuccessful? Alina Dahl in Seattle, Washington. Why didn't the doctors in England, or the medical people in England, remove the cyst on the first or the second visit? Well, various people wondering how come, Britain
Went on
obviously
so
has a
long.
great health service, people think, how come it wasn't sorted here?
Right. In the UK, what happens when you have a cyst is it's considered cosmetic surgery. So whilst it's not all infected, you can go and have it removed at something called a lumps and bumps clinic. Unfortunately, those have closed down. When they become infected, the surgeons don't want to touch them until the infection's gone. So the doctor's job is to get the infection to go, and then you get referred to a specialist, which in my case was a surgeon, but there is an 18-week waiting list to go to an outpatient's clinic for then somebody else to look at it and go, "Oh yes, you need surgery," and then give you some more time. I don't know what the process after that is, because we kind of never made it that far to the end of the waiting list.
Now somebody might ask, okay, there's a wait,
Hmm.
might be a bit uncomfortable, but it is cosmetic. Was there any more serious aspect to it?
There was. The day after I went to see my doctor, he tried to express some out of it when it was kind of olive size, and that was very painful. But I learned then I have an incredibly high pain threshold, so that was really good for me for this whole experience. So I'm blessed.
The lot of women the world over, I think.
Well, I never knew that I had a high pain threshold, you know. I'm not often ill, very rarely in fact. That evening, it swelled to the size of a mango, and I had an incredibly high fever, 102.2, and a resting heartbeat of 123 beats per minute. So clearly, the infection had somehow got into my body, and my husband Wink was sitting up at 4 in the morning on his phone googling sepsis, which is, if anyone knows Wink, that would be unheard of. That he
So
would be
blood
doing
poisoning.
yeah. So that was a worry. And when I went back to my GP the next day, I still had a temperature and still had a raised heart rate.
So we're not talking merely cosmetic here.
No.
Big as it was, massive as it was.
Massive, yeah.
It was not merely massive, it was also infected.
Yes, it was
Okay, well
infected.
that's a lot more serious.
It was, yes, my whole body kind of went into a bit of shock. So there were other things that happened which probably your listeners wouldn't want to hear about.
Well, when you, millions of people have seen these videos of,
Yes.
of, you know, it's crazy stuff bursting out of your back. It's,
Yes,
it's kind
flying
of,
off screen.
it's volcanic.
Yes.
But, so this was being done to you, but it was being done literally behind your back. How did it feel when you first looked at the video that Wink had taken and saw what was coming out of your back?
Well, I was well, I didn't expect it to be quite like it was. I had looked at some videos.
I mean, I found it really gory to look at.
I know, you're
How,
a bit
but
squeamish.
how was it for you looking at yourself?
I don't know, I suppose I was kind of a bit detached from it. It was almost like it wasn't me. And the reason we took the videos is because I was not going to not see what was going on with my own back. And it's impossible for me to see it without it being videoed, which is part of the reason why we videoed everything. And also so that my Facebook friends could see the big spot squeeze,
Okay.
which I thought would just be, you know,
Right,
a one-time thing.
Got some more comments coming in. So Samantha Shine in Florida. So I saw this coming last summer, not sure how, not sure why. However, through common interest, lots of people came to know and love you and the positive energy you carry in all your endeavours. You are a warrior and I salute you. That's from Samantha in
Thank you.
Florida. And Louise Bowes in Dover, Arkansas, in the United States, says, Paul, be sure to ask Sue about not enough back fat. What's that about?
Oh my goodness.
Or is that
me.
later in the story?
It is later in the story. It's after surgery when I had my follow-up visit with a Dr. Patel, who actually removed the cyst and the whole capsule, ensuring that it would never happen again and that I would finally be clear of what I found out was actually MRSA that I had in my back for all this time.
And you didn't have a fat enough back to join the bits?
Yes, he was going to do some dissolvable stitches because it would be a little inconvenient for me to fly all the way back from the UK to Texas to go back and have it seen again. And so when he came to tell us what he'd done, he said, I couldn't put those in your back because there wasn't enough subcutaneous fatty tissue. And
Fat back? I mean,
and
who
I
knew
said,
having a fat back?
not enough fat. And
It's
he
useful.
went, no, you don't have enough back fat. And I immediately just went, you heard it here first, not enough back fat. And a lot of my lovelies kind of thought that was really funny because we were videoing that for the channel because they all wanted to see, you know, as much as possible of the journey, especially as they've been so involved in the whole process.
Okay.
They've been there all that time supporting me and giving me suggestions and things, and they in fact were the people that got me the treatment that I needed. So
Okay, all right. Well, I've got some more interventions. Nigel Graham in Malvern in England. He says, I didn't realise all of this. Well, he realised about the cyst, but not the rest. Fair play to you, I doff my cap. And we've got one coming in, an email. This is, Wycombe Sound, or what is it? It's studio@wycombesound.org.uk. Tracy Cook gets in touch from Shropshire in England, just to say that I, like many others, found Sue by accident on YouTube. I would also like to say that Sue has encouraged me to look at my diet. I plan to go meat-free from January the 1st. Will be hard, it will be hard. But I know with Sue and the wonderful Dr. Gilmore, we'll hear about him shortly, I will be the healthy version of me. That's Tracy Cook. Thanks for getting in touch, Tracy. Time for more music. It's all positive, it's all uplifting, supportive tunes tonight. So this is the Beatles. The Beatles with a little help from my friends. So,
Excellent. That's a good choice.
you're
of
all
music.
fair?
Yay,
You can talk to your
Thank
guys.
you so much for your comments. It's lovely to hear them. It's lovely to hear them.
So we're going to have some, shall I explain what's happening?
Yeah.
So we're playing the Beatles at the minute. I get by with a little help from my friends, which seems appropriate. And then we'll have a commercial break. And then we'll be back to talking on the radio. So
Okay.
you want to know who's been in touch then?
Yeah, who's online?
Let's see.
I wish I
Okay.
could see.
Snow White says,
Snow,
I love the
darling.
Beatles, so does my son. Debs
Yay, Debs.
is trying to keep up with the comments for you.
Excellent.
Uh,
Thank you, Debs.
People are chatting to each others.
Yeah, they do that.
They're all having a chat.
They're all supporting each other, which is so lovely.
Nancy Thompson, she loves it wherever she is.
Yay!
WV, West Virginia, I
West
think.
Virginia, yeah.
And Leanne Robertson is saying hello from Washington or Vancouver, I'm not sure which.
Yay!
Let's see. And Bonnie Sneed saying, don't forget about Doc Gilmore. We won't forget about him.
We won't forget about him. Absolutely not. Don't worry, Bonnie.
Oh dear. David McIntyre, wish I could post pictures here. I spent a week in the hospital on an intravenous drip
Oh, dear.
because MRSA started from a scratch he got while playing basketball
Yeah.
when he got hit on the side of the nose.
Sorry to hear that.
Let's see. Beverly wants to know how you find the healthcare.
In the States.
Yeah.
10-star, babes. I mean,
And Nancy
incredible.
Thompson wants to. Are you doing okay now? Hope all is blessed. Glad she
I'm doing
finds you.
great. I'm doing great.
David says hello from Bridgeport, Ohio. Gail Sharp says hello from East Texas.
Yes,
And
hi,
Kate
Gail.
Watts also says hello.
Hi, Kate. Typing.
Laurie Prezolowski from Alberta, Canada.
Yay, Laurie!
Snow White says you're doing great.
Snow, you're the business.
Anyway, lots of people.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Of course, it's entered my head now that I don't want to be needing to go to the toilet. Because I'm slurping drink away here. How much time?
So
have
at the
we got?
minute, the Beatles have finished and we're now in the commercial break.
Which is what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, about another 90 seconds to go.
90 seconds.
Uh,
This is very exciting. And yes, it was, I can't remember who it was now, said she predicted it. I think from Michigan. The Winky's here. I'm so far away, aren't I?
I know. It looks very professional.
It looks good.
that was Samantha Shine in Florida, I think.
Samantha Shine, yeah. Yes, I remember her saying, I can see you being on the radio and
Hi,
on the
Deb.
media because this is such a wonderful story. I was just about to, don't want to unplug any leads.
Hello, everybody.
He's waxed his moustache.
I did. I made my moustache look nice for tonight.
We've
so.
both got faces for radio, haven't we?
Yes. Hi, Karen.
Okay, 30 seconds.
Right, we're about to go.
30
I'm going to have to get out of the way again. They're about to go back
Will
on.
we have another break this long?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
So, yeah, don't worry, you can talk away, I'll just...
No,
I'll
that's
just
fine.
interrupt
You
you.
have to give me a signal.
No.
Oh, look, that light's...
Wink, just wait. Okay, various people. Kathy, Snow White are waving at Wink. Wink, wave back. You're listening to VIP Chat and Music on Wycombe Sound 106.6 FM with me, Paul Waters. YouTube star and wellness coach Sue Verhoeven from Sear Green is here. Your questions for Sue are very welcome. Email studio@wycombesound.org.uk. That's Wycombe, WYCOMBE, sound. So studio@wycombesound.org.uk, or tweet me at paulwaters99. So we've got the gruesome pimple popping videos up. Now, when did you realise something unusual was happening?
In respect to
Well,
the number of
the
people
response,
following me,
yeah,
the response.
yeah.
I think as the videos progressed, there were a lot of people giving me advice on what should be done and what shouldn't be done, and you know, a lot of people. I think there was one lady who put, I literally didn't sleep last night. I am so worried about you. Please, 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 please go and see somebody else. I'm very worried about you. Another lady told me that her husband had passed away. He had had a cyst and he got MRSA and he died. And then people were talking about sepsis being a killer, and then there were lots of people saying, you know, do something before you die, please take control of your health. And
So these are all very concerned, positive comments. I mean, that's not what you think
Yeah.
about the internet.
Yeah.
People being quite nasty, but this seems
Oh,
pretty positive.
it was incredible. I don't think there's been one negative comment towards me in all of these months and all of these literally thousands and thousands of comments. I took a lot of time at the beginning answering all of them personally, explaining this is not a doctor, this is a nurse, this is the first visit, this is what she was trying to do. And then everyone started talking to each other about it, and then you know, it's like, you know, I'm praying for you, your nurse from Michigan, you know, and I realised that a lot of people were completely following the story and offering me advice, and were just saying, you know, you don't look well, you know, your complexion doesn't look well, you know, my colour, etc. didn't look well. And then they were saying, because I actually did have it lanced, which I think that was the most gory one that you mentioned. And then the process from like the 10th of August right up until October, which I think we were on day 79 since it was lanced, I had a hole in my back which kept getting reinfected.
Yuck.
And more pus coming out,
Yuck,
and I
yuck,
had to have
yuck.
more. I know you're screaming
Ugh.
here, but I had to have packing kind of put in the hole and packed all underneath the skin, all over the muscle. And then that had to come out every day and go in, and so it was just like on and on and on.
Okay, well, and then something happened, which we'll talk about in a moment. But
Okay.
first, at this time in the programme, I like to ask my VIP guest, i.e. you, to choose a song. What would you like to hear and why?
Well, I would like to hear a Buzz track from the Buzz album.
And Buzz, for people who don't know, is the band in which your husband is the lead guitarist.
He's one of the guitarists.
One of the guitarists?
He wouldn't like me to say that.
Okay.
Buzz are actually very well known because they're a Wycombe band, born and bred, and they've been playing for 25 years. So a lot of people listening here in Wycombe tonight would love to hear a Buzz track. So
I've seen them there, excellent live.
yeah, they are absolutely, unquestionably
Oh,
brilliant.
and so, okay, you want a song, I'm hoping, off this album?
That album.
This is the album. It's called, I'm just sort of holding it up to the camera, it's called Any Last Requests, and a right bunch of reprobates they look on the
Yeah.
cover. So what track is it?
I think we chose All Fall Down.
That's the one.
Because I don't think that's been played on the radio yet. So this one's for you, Wycombe, and it means that my lovelies who are watching live on YouTube will be able to hear this one.
Yeah, because you own the rights to it,
I
so
do.
we can play this. So here is Buzz. And the Buzz guitarist is filming us as I speak. And this is a song from their album Any Last Requests, and the track is called All Fall Down. That's Wink.
It's just a matter of time before we go
Alina Dole says, "Look at Sue go!"
I love a dance.
Nick Hazel, hello from Radio Verulam. This is a fascinating show. Great radio.
Yay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Nick.
Paul's a genius.
Awesome, says Debs. Oh, Lindsay TV or TV has just tuned in as Wink is playing, so that's good.
Yay, excellent.
Oh, Cora Smith has this CD in New York.
You do, yes. She was the first lovely to buy a copy.
That's Alina, look at Sue go. Who's that? Somebody else.
Woohoo!
Lynn McGuire's got it.
Yeah, Lynn has a copy. I posted one out today, actually.
Sherry V loves it. Thank you, Sherry.
It's great to drive to.
Oh, Hilevi Akaf says hello from Las Vegas. Hello.
Yay! Hi!
Becky and Sandra, they're liking it. Hello to you both. It's too hard keeping up with all these people.
Who's ever seen the sun? Who's ever felt this way? But you keep telling me that I'm too blind to see. Like I've been around. Listening.
Vanessa Argo, South Carolina.
How you doing, babe?
Cindy, Karen. Beverly Elder.
This one ends like that, doesn't it?
Okay, you're listening to VIP Chat and Music on Wycombe Sound with me, Paul Waters. YouTube star and wellness coach Sue Verhoeven is here. And that was All Fall Down by local iconic band Buzz, as chosen by Sue. And no wonder, sure, doesn't her husband play the guitar in the band? Now, your lovelies, as you call them, were very supportive, as you explained. And one of them has sent in a message. This is Deb Moore, who lives somewhere along the Mississippi River, and she asks, what were you thinking when I posted so many messages for you to contact me or Dr. John Gilmore?
This was a period of time when I couldn't keep up with the messages. I mean, it would take me 3 days just to answer all the messages on one video. And by this stage, I'd had probably about 2,000 people friend request me on Facebook. So I had Facebook going on, I had YouTube going on, I had Messenger going on, I had just so many messages I couldn't keep up with it. And I think Debs must have realised this, because she decided that she was going to stay up for as long as it took for her to catch my attention online and get me to answer her messages. And at this time she'd been, I think she'd emailed me, but that's the last thing I check is my email.
Because she had a particular message for you.
Yes, she did have a particular message for me. So she saw me online and I answered her message, and then went to the next message and blip, straight back. Have you seen my other messages? And I'm like, oh, I better go back and have a look. And I went, oh no, sorry. And scroll up, hit the video.
And what was it she wanted you to know?
What she wanted me to know was she gave me a link to Dr. John Gilmore, who is a world famous kind of pimple popping, for those pimple poppers and those popaholics in the world.
See, this is a whole new world, popaholics, popping, all this sort of thing.
Totally. So
he's a specialist in this.
He is a family practitioner, has been for 25 years. But he decided he was fascinated by cysts and things that he could actually cure something of in the chair, in his surgery, rather than manage symptoms to diseases. You know, he could actually go, and he came in with a cyst, and now he's all better.
And this is a doctor who's in
Tomball, Texas. Yeah, he's
That's near Houston.
Yeah, about half an hour from Houston.
Okay.
So he has a channel, he has a massive channel, but he also has another channel which is more for fun than just loads of operations. And he had received an email from Debs, and he also received on the same day an email from Maureen as well, and talking about me and my case and linking, you know, please visit her YouTube site and have a look. Please, can you help this woman? You know, we've been following her for a long time. And, you know, I clicked on the video and there was world famous Dr. John Gilmore going, there's a lady in the UK and she has a bit of a cyst problem. And
A bit of a cyst problem.
a bit of a cyst problem. I think, you know, I would, if she would contact me, but, you know, I don't have her email, and, you know, has anyone got her email? You know, if you know, so basically he couldn't get hold of me.
And the two of you got linked up.
Yeah, so Debs had phoned him the day before. She actually contacted me.
Okay, well then the next thing is there was a woman called Eileen Lynch in America, and a different part of America, not in Texas, I don't think. And so this is somebody else who you don't know, had never met, totally out of the blue. She, without you asking or even knowing anything about it, she started a fundraising effort online to pay to have you brought to America to go to Dr. John Gilmore to get treated.
Yeah, exactly. So I watched the video and she said, you know, give him your email. So that day I spoke to him and he said, give me 3 hours and come back to you. And also in the messages from Deb, she said, do you know that Eileen has started a GoFundYou account for you? And people have been donating to it. And I had no idea. I had so many messages. And it was like, oh my goodness me, there's almost $1,000 in it already. I don't even know about it. And literally within 3 hours, Dr. Gilmore had found a hospital that would treat me, found a surgeon that would do the procedure. He said, you can come and stay with me, bring Wink along with you, come and stay with me, we'll put you up, you'll need to stay for a week. It's all done, buy some tickets and come on over.
I mean, this is kind of miraculous. This is
just
complete strangers in the United States, in Canada, other places.
Yeah, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, the UK, Portugal, Brazil, Italy, you know, it's
and also, at no stage was this money in your possession. This was This is Eileen. So this is, she's trusting you, you're trusting her, they're trusting her.
Yeah,
it's all
they're
on
trusting
trust.
her because actually people are donating because they want to help me, and in fact quite early on people were saying, Sue, please will you set up a GoFundYou account? And I'm like, well, that's, you know, I can't do that, but you know, thank you very much. And then they were talking amongst themselves, shall we set one up? You know, we should just set one up, Sue, because if everyone gave $1, you'd have £10,000, because at that stage I had 10,000 subscribers.
But you never did do that.
No,
it was all
I didn't feel
it's important to
that.
mention that because this is
No.
not something you ever thought. It was just
No,
spontaneous generosity.
It was literally set up.
Okay, all right. Well, let's. I have to play some more music.
Okay.
This is from a band I know from Northern Ireland. They're two sisters and some friends. They're called the Twisted Sisters, and they're hilarious. I think one of their big songs is "I Don't Want to Die in Big Knickers." You should look them up, and anyone watching on the live stream should listen again to the show online on the Listen Again facility on the radio station website, so you can hear them. So this is the Twisted Sisters with something even more appropriate. It's called Wonder. Okay, so you're out. You can't hear this on the video, I'm afraid. This is the Twisted Sisters from Northern Ireland,
Yeah.
and a song called Wonder. It's a really lovely song, and they're really lovely sisters.
They're amazing, amazing. And I Don't Want to Die in Big Knickers is absolutely brilliant track.
And
I know that for
so
sure.
after this, to let you know what's going on, this song's playing, then we're going to have some more commercials, and then more Sue.
Wonderful.
And
So 39, I've got 20 minutes.
there were some, I wasn't going to do this, but because of the requests that came yesterday, I am going to play the song that people asked for, which is The Spirit of Christmas by Finian. And I'm going to delete some other ones I was going to play as well, which I'll just get rid of.
Because I'm doing too much talking.
No, not too much talking,
Not too much. It's talk radio.
just the right.
Right. So I'm going
Mary
to...
Knox says she's heard of the Twisted Sisters.
Yay!
So it's not the band Twisted Sister, it's
Right.
Twisted
Right, you
Sisters with an S on the
Yeah,
end.
but
Ah.
lots of people saying Twisted Sisters are brilliant.
Oh, good.
They're Twisted Sisters, they all did them.
Yeah.
They've got beautiful, beautiful voices as well.
So let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, we're grand.
I think the other thing that's really good to mention as well,
Yep.
because this again is such a feat of human trust.
Yeah.
Because I had a UK bank account, Eileen had an American bank account. The only way that, boring details about not being able to transfer it direct to
I
my
don't
bank
really
account.
want to. I mean.
No, but the fact that she paid for it on her own credit card,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
which
Yeah,
is,
fair point.
the first time I spoke to her
So
was
because of
to hand her over to pay for my,
admin reasons, the
Yeah.
banks and that, she had to do that. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Well, I just
Um,
think that's just like absolutely awesome.
It is awesome.
And also that Debs drove for 3 days to come and meet us.
Yeah. Well, I'll ask you about that.
Yeah. So, because I'm just looking at the clock, so
Yeah.
there's 20 minutes left, isn't there? Gosh,
Yeah.
it goes fast when you're having fun,
Yeah.
lovelies. Are you enjoying it? Are you having fun? I'm
what
waving
else?
like you can hear me wave.
Finian is going to be so embarrassed.
Finian won't know.
Snow White says Finian is going to be so embarrassed, but it'll be okay.
Well,
Debs is having
I
fun.
didn't tell him, but I think my sister and brother are listening from Australia, so they'll enjoy hearing Finian's song. And my parents, who are heading off to Australia tomorrow, are also listening.
Okay, we're now in the commercial break. So you've got another 2 minutes.
2 minutes. So, hi siblings in Sydney.
Someone wants to know how
Hi,
much
Mum
a
and
US
Dad.
we made.
How much what?
How many
How
what?
much was raised altogether?
$5,871,
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
5871, I think, off the top of my head.
Okay, that's that. That's Deborah Borland.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was, that basically covered all of our expenses,
Okay.
kind of to the penny, and then we shut it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Well, Eileen
Oh,
did.
5,821.
21.
Very close.
Deb, she's amazing. She's gone on and had checked it out probably, haven't you?
Beverly is
Is that what
saying, move the story along, hurry up. Okay, Beverly.
You need to zoom on with it.
Yeah, so
'cause
nice
we're
short
stuck in
answers.
it. Yeah. I'll stop rambling because
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be the day.
that will be the day. The day.
So just under a minute.
Just under a minute. Okay, so we need to go on from.
I'll read a couple of
Questions out. I think the reason you kept following me was because of my positivity. So it started with a cyst, and then they're following not because of the cyst anymore. which is just fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, we've got about 20 seconds.
Because the community that's been created is just
So nice short answers. Like if somebody
fabulous.
says, do you think people will do this? It might be, well, I hope so. Full stop. So let's see.
Do I think people will do what?
No, if people say, do you think people, will people check themselves? It might just be, well, I hope so. And then next question.
Oh, yeah.
You're listening to VIP Chat and Music on Wycombe Sound, 106.6 FM with me, Paul Waters, and watching on live stream as well around the world on YouTube, because YouTube star and wellness coach Sue Verhoeven from Sear Green is here. You can email your questions to Sue, or to me for Sue, and the email address is studio@wycombesound.org.uk, or tweet me at paulwaters99. A couple of messages. Karen Bignell in Jersey. I didn't realise you'd been to Texas to get rid of your cyst. I've been in retirement mode. I see that you are an international star now. Amazing what one massive cyst can do for your career. Well done. Much love, and hope you feel much better. And let me see. Various people saying nice things. Oh yes, here's one. Snow White asks, do you think, or do Wink or Finian think this all takes up too much of your time away from them, or are they happy to see you busy? And Cor Smith says, great question. She's been thinking about that as well.
Okay. Both Wink and Finian are completely supportive. Finian is so impressed with what's happened. When I told him what was happened, he just gave me a little lecture on digital hygiene. Bless him. And yeah, it's something actually Wink and I do together, because Wink's become a little bit of a YouTube star as well. He also has lots of lovelies that absolutely adore him. They enjoy seeing us together, and the skills that Wink brings to the party, so to speak. So
Okay.
No problems there.
Okay, and another question. Now, we were talking about this miraculous, I think, kind of generosity.
Yeah.
Now, just as an example of that, when you were in Texas at the hospital, so you've been staying with Dr. John Gilmore,
Yeah.
he then had sorted out a surgeon at the local hospital
Yeah.
to actually do the operation. That Dr. Patel, was that?
Dr. Patel,
Dr.
yes.
Patel, who, Dishy Dr. Patel, I
They
think.
called
his full
him
name.
Dr. McDreamy
Dr.
because he was
McDreamy, right.
just gorgeous.
So, so you're there in the hospital, and of course the hospital admin people say, give us the money
Yeah.
for the operation. At which point, the arrangement you had was you were going to ring up Eileen,
Yeah,
and she was just going to pay it on her own credit card.
yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I mean, that is an arrangement really built on trust. I mean,
Yeah.
she might have
Literally.
not answered the phone, she might not have existed. Who knows what could have happened?
Yeah. But the whole vibe on my channel is one of love, support, generosity, positivity. It's a two-way street. I mean, my lovelies tell me, oh, it's because you're so positive, and I followed you because of your cyst, but now I'm following you because I just love you and you brighten my day. And it's like, that's a two-way street, that thing there.
Okay, Linda Helms in Bridgman, Michigan. She calls herself one of your lovelies. She says, so happy for you, Sue. How do you feel your cyst experience, inverted commas, has enriched your life so far?
Well, I think I have heard this phrase a few times, and I can absolutely say it's true. Sometimes the worst things that happen to you actually turn out to be the best thing that could ever possibly have happened to you, and that's exactly how I feel about it. I would not be in touch with these now over 17,000 lovelies on my YouTube channel, where we actually, there's a proper, real relationship there, a supportive, kind, nurturing, and they're all connecting with each other and helping each other, and everybody's lifting everybody up, and I think that's something we need so much more of in the world. And having this cyst has made me realise that the way I've dealt with it has helped other people. So it's just amazing.
Okay, and people are saying move along, but I know there's one track that people have specifically asked to play. So Lynn McGuire and Barbara Ward, I was going to play this at Christmas, but they say they can't wait. And they've asked me to play the song that Sue's son Finian wrote when he was 11 years old, or maybe 10 years old. So here's Finian with The Spirit of Christmas.
People have enjoyed a big hill and a sleigh.
Yeah.
How many people
And you're allowed to hear this one because
enjoy
Finian wrote it.
Christmas crackers?
And I own the rights to it. And Buzz are playing on it.
And I played on it.
The blue mic fader is dodgy.
And there'll be a whole load of local kids.
After this, I'll ask you about how people get in touch and that sort of thing.
Christmas, full of fun and cheer.
That's the CD. It's Finian.
Are we going to put links if people want to know where they can get the Buzz CD from? Are we going to put links to the Amazon?
Can't put them on the website. They just won't have that facility, but we'll talk about it.
Okay. It'll be a link, but I don't know if it's available on Amazon.
Well,
If
you have some central place where people can go to, you stick all those links there. Your website or your about page or something like that. And if you don't, you should have.
Well, I have got one, but it's, yeah.
Well, stick them on the about page of your Facebook page.
Yeah. Okay.
But we can talk about it as well.
Yeah. No, I'm just because I'm aware of the time, so I want
Yeah.
to get everything in that you want to get in.
Yeah, and I mean, the easiest thing is to say, there's a links to all these things and they're all in this one place. But failing that, you can just tell them.
I'll put them in the description to the live feed. That's the best place because, and they can find me on Facebook as well. So you can ask me how people can find me on Facebook because there'll be some local people want to join.
Okay, thank you to people saying nice things about Finian. About his voice.
What a great voice he's got, eh? I know, his voice broke after this.
And see, when I said Finian was 11, Debs was straight in there. Finian was 10. She knows everything.
Gosh, yes, it's an hour goes so fast, doesn't it?
Can't fade this one.
People, the time is what Christmas is the best.
That was Finian with The Spirit of Christmas. It made the British charts to raise awareness of autism and Asperger's. And that was Finian from the days before his voice broke. And his classmates from Sierra Green with Buzz playing accompaniment. Loads of people helped. It was a real community achievement. Sue, I want to ask you, this is only one episode, The Cyst, in your life. You've had all sorts of ups and downs and adventures. There was the whole Finian song that we've just heard, trying to get a Christmas #1. There was managing a rock band. You could, as they say, write a book about it all.
Well, funny you should say that. I am actually in the process right now of writing a book about it all. So the book is designed, I'm keeping the title secret for now.
Okay, I won't say anything about that.
Yeah. But the book is designed, you know, I've gone from, at one stage, 6 years depressed on the sofa to actually being the happiest and most in control of my happiness to date. So there's a journey there were processes I took. And
So
I
when
want
is
to
the book
share those.
going to be out?
Okay.
That's the horrible question, isn't
You're
it?
such a devil.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to say early January because I think it would be a great book for people to start the new year with some kind of direction to help themselves out of situations where they are. And the YouTube channel, that's what we've been kind of doing, and it's through my lovelies that I realised I needed to tell my story because I could help so much more people, and it's giving it back.
Okay.
They gave so much to me, and I would like to give back to people that struggle because we all do at times.
A question came in from Andy. It was, what sort of reaction have you been getting online from people? But then he answers his own question because he sent a subsequent comment saying, Top marks to you both. One of the most honest bits of radio I've had the pleasure to listen to in a long time. So I think he's answered his own question.
Yes, I think he
Very,
has.
very positive, and thanks very much, Andy.
Thanks, Andy.
Another thing, now, if people want to find out more about you and what you do and all the various things you're doing, where should they look?
They can come and find me on Facebook, and I'm just my name, so it's SU. There is no E on Sue. So by the time you type in SU and put a space in, and then the V for Verhoeven, I'll come straight up with blue hair in the icon. So they can join me on Facebook, please. You know,
Although that
friend
colour may
request me.
change.
That may change, but that's
It's currently
that's
green.
an old picture, but I've got blue hair, so you'll know it's me. And they can also email me on Sue, which again is su.loveyourlife@gmail.com. I need to make a note to actually check my email. And you can also catch me on my YouTube channel, which again is my name. So that's SU and then Verhoeven, Verhoeven. And I will put all the links that I can possibly come up with. I'm actually on Instagram as well as @Sue, SU _love your life. So you can find me on Instagram there. But I'll put all the links in the description of the YouTube live stream of this show.
Okay, so we're talking all about the cyst. How are you now?
I am in fine fettle.
Good,
Thank you for
okay.
asking.
So lots of people want to know how are you now. Also, I've introduced you and repeatedly referred to you as a wellness coach. We haven't really talked about that, just kind of briefly because we're coming to the end of the show.
Yeah, okay.
Tell us a little bit about that, or maybe a couple of tips for people listening.
Okay, I have gone from not being very healthy to being incredibly healthy as plant-based whole food. I am a vegan since January, and I now run a twice weekly show with the amazing Dr. Gilmore, live stream on YouTube every Monday and every Thursday. It's midnight UK time, but I know there's some late night birds out there, but you can always catch it on the replay. And we have special guests that come on that. We have an amazing raw vegan chef this
Give us
week.
one tip.
Tonight, in
Oh,
fact.
very good, okay.
Yeah, midnight tonight.
Give me just time for one health tip, one wellness tip.
Absolutely make sure you are using a fabulous probiotic so that your gut is working how it should be. And that will relieve you from a lot of symptoms, a lot of pain. It will help you in so many more ways. You'll sleep better, your joints won't ache so much. Any digestive issues that you have will dissipate. That's the cornerstone, a healthy gut. And then really plant-based whole food. Cannot go wrong.
Okay, well it's almost time for 2 hours of rum and reggae, followed by Alan with his Nice and Easy. Thank you, dear local listeners, for tuning in, and also listeners and viewers joining us from America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, anywhere else around the world. Sorry, I don't know where you're all watching from. And also thank you for being here, YouTube star and wellness coach Sue Verhoeven from Sea Green.
Thank you very much for having me.
My pleasure. More VIP chat and music at the same time next week on Wycombe Sound 106.6 FM with me, Paul Waters, when my VIP guest will be best-selling thriller writer, former RAF pilot and spy, Frederick Forsyth from Jordan's. Yes, I'm talking about the author of The Day of the Jackal, who sold more than 75 million books, inspired numerous feature films, and he also reported on the Nigerian Civil War with a price on his head, 5,000 naira I think it was. And we'll be talking about that and his latest extremely topical thriller, The Fox. So get in touch with your questions via Twitter @PaulWaters99 or email studio@wycombesound.org.uk. In the meantime, our final piece of music for Sue and her loyal lovelies. This is Jackie Wilson from Detroit with Your Love Keeps Lifting Me. So that's it.
That was brilliant!
So at the minute, Jackie Wilson is playing,
Gotcha!
and Jackie's going to take us up to the top of the hour, and then I'm going to bring in the news bulletin and then start the next programme. But the mics are down, so You're free to talk to anyone.
But YouTube. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
That
I
was
hope
the
you
sticky
enjoyed
blue
it.
mic.
Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? I hope you lovelies got thanked enough with the questions, and I hope you found it fun to see what it's like being on a radio show, because it's quite a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I just am watching the time here. Oh, you can talk away.
I can talk away. I can
Snow
talk
White
away.
loves the music you play, Paul.
Yeah, Paul's got great taste in music, and so Snow actually. She
Yeah,
listens
well,
to different stuff.
Wick made some of it and Finian made some of it.
Yeah, you can't beat that, really, can you? Keep it in the family. It's all in the blood. Yeah, they're thanking you too, which is great. I've literally, it wouldn't matter what glasses you help me get, Debs. I can't read my phone right the way over there, so I can't see the comments. Wink, talk me through the comments so I can say goodbye to people.
So I can look on the live thing. Hang on.
You can.
Oh, there's nothing at the moment. Hang
Yeah,
on.
but you have to.
Oh, here we go. Sue should be on the radio. Should be on the radio every week. That's Beverly. Beverly Felder. Oh, I've seen her lots of times. Yes, she comes up and always comes. Yes, hello.
Oh, Beverly, she's lovely. Yay! Oh, I hope some of the local listeners have enjoyed
Kathy
it.
Reed says it was a great show. Your glasses look great. So do mine, apparently. From Debbie. Hello.
Woo-hoo.
I'm wearing the other
I
pair
bought
today.
both pairs just in case, you know.
So we're now in the news.
Louise Bowes enjoyed it very
We
much.
can, I guess, gradually wind up and we'll
Yeah? We'll go.
hopefully
Hello,
go
Kathy.
for a pint.
Oh, pint sounds good. I'm not driving tonight.
Don't forget, I'm on at midnight with Dr. Gilmore tonight with my special
Oh, you have to get back in
guest.
time. Okay.
Yeah, well, I need to get back in time for...
Pint and
Actually,
sea green.
Sandra
actually, I
says,
don't.
thank you,
I just
Paul.
need to be talking to her at 10
I know.
o'clock, so we can go for a...
Well, maybe me and Wink come.
Yeah,
Once you get back home.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Leanne
fasting,
says,
so I
thank you
can't.
for a lovely afternoon
Yeah.
talk. Hello, Leanne. Thank you for my cigar box again.
Yay! Leanne is awesome. All my
Yeah.
lovelies are
Leanne's
awesome.
on our tumble dryer at home, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Actually, can I just say thank you? Thank you very much from me, everyone who got in touch and listened and joined in and made it fun. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. That's a first, isn't it? This is a first. The radio station has never live streamed on YouTube while it's been broadcast.
Someone's called Teresa Drennan says Dr. Oz or the TV show The Doctors should snag you for their show.
Woo woo.
They should.
I'm open to offers. I'm open
and
to offers.
Margie missed it with a sad face. And someone else saying,
Oh.
oh, and Chrissy was like, I'm late.
Oh, Chrissy. Oh, Chrissy. Chrissy was amazing.
You can all watch it again
Chrissy
anyway because
came
it's all
on,
like, just watch the replay.
Last week to our health show, and she was amazing, absolutely amazing, so inspirational. So inspirational, absolutely fantastic. You can watch this on the replay, babes. All you lovelies who have missed it, don't worry, you can just, as soon as it's uploaded, you can just start watching the replay. And you can also listen to the show. What?
Good.
Sorry.
Rum and Reggae has begun.
Oh, is it recorded? It's not
Yeah,
live.
yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
So,
Woo!
what's
I
the-
was wondering why we
So-
were leaving
tell me
before.
Okay.
the email address thing for the show so they can hear it again.
Okay,
Yeah.
we've now got, we're playing the Rum and Reggae show, 2 hours of reggae. And so this radio station, is that what people would like to know
Yeah,
how
they
to
want
contact?
to know how they can
Okay.
listen again.
Okay,
So they
to listen
actually play
again.
music.
If you go to go on the internet and it's www.wycombesound.org.uk. So that's Wycombe, WYCOMBE sound SOUND .org.uk, and that'll take you to the front page of the radio station website. And then at the top there'll be a button you can press that says listen again. So press that button and then there'll be loads of shows, and if you go down, probably quite near the bottom or somewhere in the middle, there's my show, which is called imaginatively The Paul Waters Show, and there'll be my face and the words Paul Waters Show, and if you click on that it'll give you the last 4 or 5 editions of the show, including this one. This will be the top one. So just click on that on today's date, December the 10th, and then you'll have the show and the music and what everyone listening to the radio heard.
Yeah. And if you didn't catch
Oh,
all
and,
of
and that will be there for about a month. So.
And if you didn't catch all of that, or you don't have a pen and paper handy, You will notice if you look down, I think 2 videos, there's a video with Paul and I in my kitchen, and the link to how you can listen again is in the description of that video. So if you want to, if you haven't got that written down, just go into there and you can jump on it from there. So that's good. Were you happy with that? Was it good?
Yeah, so.
He's got to do lots of social media now. I know what that's all about.
Yeah.
I know what that's all about.
Basically, I'm just thanking some people who got in touch.
Oh,
Here we are.
I was about to go round. Hi! That was so exciting. That was so exciting. And somebody asked me if I was nervous. And that got me thinking about whether I would be nervous or not. And when those feelings of nerves started to come, I remembered it's the same physical feeling as excitement. So I just said, I'm really excited. And what did I say to you in the car? I'm really excited, darling, didn't I?
Yeah.
So just really excited. So, yeah, made sure I got here on time. I was on time, wasn't I, Paul?
Yep.
There was a time when I used to be late for everything, but I've trained myself much better now. I can't, hang on, let me put my glasses on. I don't know, I'm looking blind. No, oh, hang on a second. Don't forget your bottle suit. Yes, I won't forget my Texas bottle, my Houston bottle. Yes, I will see you, Karen, in 3 hours' time. Oh, thank you so much. I spent ages doing my makeup because, you know, I'm on radio. So I've got about 6 colours on my eyes, which I never normally do, including gold.
Right, well, let's
special
sign off and go to the
occasion.
pub, dear.
Yeah.
Pub, I'll have to have a water.
I said bye-bye.
Okay, goodbye you all. Thank you so much for being
Bye
with
from
me.
me.
It was
Bye,
so
bye.
nice. Thanks. They were like Shirley Temple earlier, but you know my hair does this hanging down thing really accurately. Oh, was that Dr. G? No, it wasn't. Okay, so thank you so much for being in the studio with me because it felt like I had my whole family around me. You guys are completely awesome. So I'm going to say goodbye now.
Goodbye
Winky's going to
now.
say goodbye now.
Going for a
and
beer.
I will see you
Going for
in
beer.
3 hours.
Beer.
Mwah. Thank you so.
Bye.
Yeah, see, 6 your time, Chrissy. I can't wait to see you again. You can watch the live stream again. You can watch this again because I know you missed it, Chrissy. All right, babes. I'm looking for the little X, which I can't
Up there.
see because there's a little white thing on the screen where the X is. Okay, bye.